Hello, everyone. Welcome to Therapeutic Yoga class today. So today's therapeutic class focus is going to be reducing stress. So we're going to kind of break up today's class into 3 different sections. And we're going to kind of reverse order it relative to how you would typically do it in the yoga world. So typically in the yoga world, you're going to move your body and perform asanas, which then allow you to sit. And that would be when you would meditate. Today, we are going to begin sitting, working on a short little meditation to help us de-stress a little bit. So what you're going to need for today's class is pretty simple. A bolster or something to sit on, your yoga mat, and then also a yoga block and a yoga strap. So the yoga strap we're going to be using closer to the beginning of class, but you won't need the block until the very end of class. All right, so get yourself a nice comfortable seat on your bolster. Find yourself in easy pose, tailor sitting. Relax your hands onto your thighs. Allow yourself to find a nice, comfortable, efficient sitting. Now, if your hips and back are tight, maybe go through a couple of cat-cows or pelvic motions with your low back and pelvis right now. But what I really want you to do is find your sit bones onto the bolster. Once you feel like you're right onto your sit bones onto the bolster, sit yourself up nice and tall, relax your shoulder blades down the small of your back, and then allow yourself to just from your hips, feel if you hinge a tiny bit forward, you begin to feel that little bit of weight into the outside of your feet. And keep that rib cage that tiny bit forward, that pelvis that tiny bit forward. Relax your elbows down to the side, lengthen your neck, settle your chin, and then go ahead and rest your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Now, we're starting with a meditation, so you can do that with your eyes open or your eyes closed. But our goal for our meditation today is to stop our minds from spinning, right? In the psychotherapy world, we talk about, with reducing stress, something called the TEB cycle, T-E-B, which stands for acronym of thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. So what we're going to do today is we're going to try to tap into some physical touch points to help us to stop telling ourselves those stories and stop telling ourselves the spinning emotion and thoughts and behaviors that might be happening to our bodies that then increase our stress. So when you're ready, go ahead and gently close your eyes if that's comfortable for you to do that. With your eyes closed, what I want you to do is start to feel the physical feeling of your hands touching your thighs. As you feel the physical feeling of your hands touching your thighs, I want you to focus in on it and be present with it. And as you're doing that, see if you can be so aware of your hands touching your thighs that if you had an imaginary pen or pencil in your hand right now, you could literally draw the whole outline of the left hand, draw the whole outline of the right hand. As you do that in your mind, allow yourself to realize, did you draw from your thumb to your pinky first? Or did you draw from your pinky to your thumb first? Allowing ourselves to tap into those present physical thoughts as we use our visualization helps us kind of get out of spinning, telling those negative stories to ourselves. So now that you've realized, yeah, I started at my thumb and I went to my pinky, I want you to reverse order that. So again, visualizing an imaginary pen or pencil, start on the opposite side and start tracing around each of those fingers as you trace the left hand, and then as you trace the right hand, or maybe you choose to do the right hand first. Just keep tracing. And as you're tracing, you're just normally breathing, not paying too much attention to your breath just yet. And then Once you feel like, yeah, I have both of those hands traced, I've done them from pinky finger to thumb, and thumb to pinky finger. Then what I want you to do is take your attention down to your feet. Now, it's interesting because as you start to imagine drawing the outsides of your feet right now, one foot has more contact with your yoga mat than the other foot. So whatever foot is to the leg that's crossed in front, chances are you can feel the entire outside of that foot in contact with the yoga mat. You may even feel the outside of your ankle bone. But the foot that's behind, you may not even be able to feel that heel in contact. And so once again, visualize you got a pen or pencil in your hand. Maybe it's even a marker. What I want you to do is start with that foot that's in the front leg, and draw around that entire foot as you can imagine where it's contacting your yoga mat. And then reverse order it. So did your mind draw from the top of your foot first or the back of your heel? Reverse it and start at the back of your heel or the top of your foot and draw it in reverse order. Once you've done so, take your attention to the left foot or the right foot, whichever foot is now behind you. The one closest to your pelvis, the leg that's behind in your crossed leg position. Imaginary pen, pencil, or marker, and draw it. As you outline that foot, it probably looks very different than the first one. Finally, begin to reverse order drawing that foot. As you visualize that, you really have to allow your mind to be very present. And as it does so, a lot of that spinning, a lot of that monkey brain anxiety that we normally have can't take a hold of us. Those negative thoughts and negative beliefs and emotions we begin to always talk to ourselves, they don't have a chance to talk. And then once you've finished both feet, before we finish this short meditation, just take a moment to picture what those feet being outlined and drawn look like. And then when you're ready, just gently open your eyes. Take a nice, slow, deep inhale into your belly. And then exhaling out. All right. So moving on to step 2 of our reducing stress class today, we're going to work on alternate nostril breathing. So your left hand can stay right where it is onto your left thigh. We're going to be using your right hand. Specifically, we're going to be using your right thumb and your right ring finger. So your index finger and middle finger, you have 2 options for those. You can kind of curl them downward and touch into your palm, or you can place them upward between the brows onto your face. Whichever way you do it is not incorrect. Once you've got your index finger and your middle finger either touching your brow of your face or down into the palm of your hand, the right thumb will be responsible for the right nostril. The left thumb will be responsible for the ring finger will be responsible for the left nostril. I don't know where I got a left thumb there. Anyways. And so what we're going to be doing is working on alternating breathing into the left and the right nostrils, but we're going to be doing it with a relaxation breath. So we're going to inhale for the count of 4. And then we're going to extend our exhale for the count of 6 to really tap in to the parasympathetic system and really start to relax ourselves. So let's take our right nostril and our right thumb and close it off. Now, lengthen your neck, settle your chin. If you want to close your eyes, feel free to do so. But using your left nostril, take an inhale in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath, close off the left nostril, open the right nostril. Exhale out, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right nostril. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close off that right, open the left. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left nostril. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath, close off the left, open the right. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right nostril. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close off right as you hold breath, open left. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more round. Left nostril. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close off left, open right. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right nostril. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold breath, close right, open left. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your right hand down. Maybe take a nice, good smell inward through those noses. Feel those lubricated sinuses, but more importantly, hopefully your body is already beginning to feel a little bit more relaxed. Okay, moving on to the third part of our class today, specifically tackling muscles in our body that we know tend to be tense and tight when we are stressed, anxious, or having any sort of panic feelings. So, whenever any of that's happening, it's nice to kind of, become aware of those muscles being tight, tense, or your breathing being shallow, or the stomach being tight and tense, or maybe you're clenching your jaw. But it's a little bit more difficult in that moment to say, I'm going to stretch out this muscle. So if you already have a practice of knowing which muscles are tense and tight on you, then it makes it easier when the time comes that you have to use some sort of lengthening techniques to those muscles. So we're going to start with the muscles of our neck that get tense and tight. There are specifically 2 of them. Your sternocleidomastoid, which sits to the front of your neck, also lives right on top of your vagus nerve, which is the nerve that drives a stress response or a relaxation response to your heart, your lungs, and your stomach. So a very important muscle to kind of lengthen and relax out. And then also your upper trapezius, which sits to the back of your neck, which is a muscle that is supplied by a nerve that directly comes from your brain. So when your brain is tense and anxious, so is that muscle. So let's work on gently creating some length into those muscles before we move downward on our body. So stay sitting where you are. Allow yourself to check in that you still have that weight through the outside of your feet. Relax your shoulder blades back and down. Tackling the right sternocleidomastoid first. What I'd like you to do is lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Take a nice deep inhale in. Then as you exhale, side bend your head gently to the left. Now, you may already feel tension into the right side of your neck, but we're not quite done yet. Now, what I'd like you to do is take another deep inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly rotate your chin up towards the ceiling and take your gaze up there with it. Now, in this position, try to relax your right shoulder down. In the psychotherapy world, this is called the salamander exercise. But in the physical therapy world, we're just gently lengthening our sternocleidomastoid and creating some relaxation to our vagus nerve. Now, stay right here. Take a slow, deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. Let's do one more nice diaphragmatic breath. Nice, slow, deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Unrotate the eyes and the head. Unside bend the head. Let's do it on the opposite side. So left sternocleidomastoid is our target this time. Make sure you've got weight through your feet, sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders are relaxed down. Neck is lengthened. Chin is gently settled into your throat. Take that tongue and rest it on the roof of the mouth so you know you're not clenching that jaw while we're at it. Okay, here we go. Allow yourself to take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, just side bend the head to the right. You may already feel some lengthening somewhere on the left side of your neck, but we're not done yet. Now take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, take your chin up to the ceiling, rotating left, and gaze up to the ceiling with the eyes. All right, so you might hopefully feel a little bit of lengthening happening through the front of your left neck here. Allow yourself to work into your diaphragmatic breath now. Take a nice slow deep inhale into your belly. And then exhaling out. Nice slow deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Slowly unrotating the head and eyes, slowly unside bending the neck. You've got it. Okay, grab that yoga strap. All right, so as you grab the yoga strap, we're going to be working on creating some nice good space and length through that upper trapezius muscle. Again, it is a muscle that a lot of us, when we're stressed and tense, we tend to hold tension into that muscle. So the muscle doesn't need to be aggressively lengthened. The muscle needs to be told to relax. And that's what oftentimes using a simple strap will help you with. So take the strap, and if you don't have a yoga strap, this could be a belt, it could be a scarf, it could be really anything, but place it onto your skin on the right side of your neck. Have it so that if you can imagine where you're wearing a necklace, that's where the necklace would lay. Then gently hold the strap in the front. You can wrap it around your hand if you like. Hold the strap to the back and left side. You can wrap it around your hand if you like. Now, just like with that salamander exercise, allow yourself to side bend your head a little bit over that strap. It just shortens all of the tissue so that we know we are, in fact, going to get some nice relaxation through that upper trapezius muscle. Take a nice deep inhale here. Then as you exhale with the left hand in the strap, just gently pull the strap back until you feel the muscles being pulled backwards. Hold the tension into the strap. Take a nice deep inhale, lift your head up. And as you exhale, just gently side bend your head to the left. Gentle, no force, no tension in. Remember, we're trying to relax the tension out. All right, so holding that left ear downwards towards the shoulder and pulling that strap backward. Relax through your buttocks, relax through your jaw, relax through your belly, all the areas where you're tense and stressed. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Slow deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Wonderful. Inhale, lift your head up. Exhale, relax the strap. Okay, so let's repeat that for the left upper trapezius. Have the strap or belt or scarf or whatever you're using. I have one client, she said, hey, I use a dog leash. Works for me. Allow yourself to hold the strap in the front with the left hand. Allow yourself to hold the strap on the back side on the right with your right hand. In that position, once you've got the strap there, just gently side bend your head up over that strap. Allow yourself to take a nice deep inhale. Then on the exhale, start to pull that strap all the way back. All right, so as you pull that strap all the way back, tension is there. You feel the muscles being pulled backward. Take an inhale, lift the head up, and then as you exhale, gently side bend the head. All right, now relax the jaw, relax the buttocks, pelvic floor, maybe your stomach. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. One more time, nice deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Wonderful. Inhale, bring your head up. Exhale, relax the strap. Okay. We're not done with the strap. We're going to use it at the end of class to do a nice, good relaxation pose to kind of relax through our pelvis and our hips. So just take the strap, place it next to your yoga block, and then allow yourself to rotate yourself off of your bolster. So as you rotate yourself off of your bolster, gently move your bolster to the side of your yoga mat. We're going to be using it for some balance and support in just a moment. Place yourself into hands and knees pose. Have it so that your knees are approximately hip distance on your yoga mat. Look straight back and angle the heels and the toes. Stack the hips directly on top of the knees. Walk the hands so that you've got your wrists and your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. All right, let's go through some cat-cows here. So take an inhale, sink the belly, lift the tailbone upward, squeeze the shoulder blades, lengthen the neck and chest, gaze upward. And then as you exhale, pull that abdomen in, tuck the tailbone under, spread the shoulder blades, lengthen the back of the neck, chin to chest, gaze into your belly button. 2 more times here. Inhale, sink the belly, lift the tailbone. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lengthen that neck and chest upward and gaze up. Exhale, pull that abdomen in, tuck that tailbone, spread those shoulder blades, lengthen the back of the neck, chin to chest, gaze into the belly button. One last time here. Inhaling, slowly dropping the belly, lifting the tailbone, squeezing those shoulder blades as you lengthen through chest and neck and look upward. And finally, exhaling, pulling the abdomen up and in, tucking the tailbone, squeeze the shoulder blades. Chin to your chest, gaze into your belly button. Now stay right here. Take a deep inhale in. Then as you exhale, slowly sit your sit bones back onto your heel bones. As you do so, allow yourself to let your belly lay down onto your thighs, your chest onto your knees. Soften your elbows. Slowly lower the crown of your head down onto the yoga mat and gaze straight back between your toes. Take a deep inhale into your belly. And then slowly exhaling out. Deep inhale into the belly. And slowly exhaling out. Beautiful. Gently bringing yourself back up into hands and knees pose. Once you get yourself back up into hands and knees pose, take that right hand and reach it nice and high up towards the right side or left side of your yoga mat. So it's kind of like you're stacking your hands one in front of the other onto the left side of your yoga mat. Once you have yourself there, allow yourself to gently sweep your feet just a tiny bit over to the left side. Create that little bit of length through your low back area. Take a nice deep inhale here. On your exhale, tuck your tailbone, arch your back, sit yourself back a little tiny bit. Your latissimus muscle connects your upper and your lower body. Oftentimes when we're stressed, everything kind of gets pulled forward. So this gives you an opportunity to kind of correct your alignment of your rib cage and low back. So feel that stretch in your armpit, side of your body, low back. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. As you inhale, bring yourself back up. Walk the right hand back underneath the right shoulder. Take that left hand, bring it up towards the right side of the yoga mat, and then line those hands up on the side of the yoga mat. Take the feet now and just gently sweep them a little bit to the right side. As you get yourself in that position, take a nice deep inhale. Maybe you sink your belly a little bit, but as you exhale, tuck the tailbone under, arch the back upward, and then try to sit back. Gently relax the head down. See where you're feeling that stretch. Armpit, side of the body, low back, maybe 1 or 2 or all of them. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Then exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Beautiful. Inhaling, bringing yourself back up into hands and knees pose. And then as you exhale, slowly lower your hips down to your yoga mat. All right. So we're moving down to the lower half of our body and the muscles that tend to create tension and stress in our body. So one of them is our pelvic floor. We will address that in a moment. Another one are our hip rotators, which actually do become, some of them, a component of our pelvic floor. And the final one is our hip flexors. So we're going to begin with our hip rotators first, doing a modification of Z pose, specifically focusing on the front leg and what it is doing. So what I want you to do is I want you to allow yourself to take your right knee and position your right knee so that it is midline into your yoga mat. Once you have yourself in that position, just let your right knee gently bend so that it's somewhere around a 90-degree angle. When you do that, your right foot will likely be a little bit off of your yoga mat. Once you have your position there, To get some internal rotators through the left leg at the same time, allow yourself to repeat that positioning of the left leg. So have it so that your knee is lined up with the side of your yoga mat. Look at your knee and have it at approximately a 90-degree angle, give or take. So a modification is Z pose, and we're going to, in that, go ahead and combine a little bit of a modification of pigeon pose. So now with your left hand, reach up and over and straddle your hands to that right knee. Your right sit bone should be somewhere near your yoga mat at this point. In this position, take your collarbones and take a nice deep inhale and see if you can lift your collarbones up and forward of that knee. You should now feel those right hip rotators that I'm interested in you getting today. So keep those collarbones pulled forward. You may keep yourself up in this position, but if you do have a little bit more flexibility, slowly lower yourself down onto your elbows. Focus on the left hip pointer trying to pull towards the right ankle. Now, lengthen your neck, settle your chin, gaze down towards your thumbs. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly here. And then exhaling out. Nice deep inhale into your belly. And then exhaling out. Beautiful. Walk yourself back up onto your hands and then allow yourself to gently do a 180-degree rotation. And you're almost already set up to do the opposite side. So check in that the left knee is midline on your yoga mat. Once you've got yourself there, you're sitting onto your left sit bone. Angle the left knee so that it's approximately 90 degrees. Chances are your left foot will be off your yoga mat unless you got a nice wide yoga mat. Then go back to the right leg, getting a little bit of length through the internal rotators at the same time. Have it so that you have your right knee lined up with the side of your yoga mat, and then bend that knee so that it's approximately at a 90-degree angle. Now, once you have all that, right hand, right shoulder, kind of lift it up and over and place the right hand onto your yoga mat. Now it's all about the collarbones. So take your collarbones and as you inhale, pull the collarbones up and over that left knee. You should feel the stretch into your left buttock, those deep hip rotators as you do that. So you may want to stay right here. You want to go a little bit deeper, drop yourself down onto your elbows, focus on this right hip pointer being pulled towards that left ankle. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, gaze down between your thumbs. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Gently walk yourself back up onto your hands. Now, from here, allow yourself to push yourself back up into hands and knees pose. As you bring yourself back up into hands and knees or tabletop position, slowly allow yourself to grab your yoga bolster and place the yoga bolster into your left hand. As you have the yoga bolster into your left hand, bring yourself all the way up into a half kneeling position. Now, hip flexors. They are intricately associated with our nervous system because the psoas muscle in particular actually attaches to the front of our spine, right where we have a connection with our nervous system. It's very, very important to stretch out your hip flexors if you're feeling stressed or your body is showing signs of physical stress. So let's get to it. So stack your hip directly on top of your knee. Once you have your right hip stacked directly on top of your knee, just take a quick look back and make sure that your ankle and your foot line up with your knee. A left foot, walk it enough forward that you're feeling that you've got good balance, even if you didn't have that bolster for support. Allow it to be that at a minimum, you've got your knee stacked on top of the ankle. And take your right hand and place it up to your pelvic bone. Now, this is not about creating any sort of runner stretch. Runner stretches are very, very aggressive to our low back. This is about finding a connection with your psoas muscle. So in this position, allow yourself to take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under. And hopefully, as you tuck your tailbone under, you just feel a gentle stretch into the abdominal, hip, or groin area. Maintain that stretch and see if you can find that diaphragmatic breath. So take a nice deep inhale into your belly and exhaling out. Let's do that one more time. Nice deep inhale into the belly and exhaling out. You've got it. Beautiful. Now, slowly allow yourself to lower down onto both knees. In this position right now, you could just simply bring your right knee up. If you need to change the position of your bolster, feel free to do so. But we're going to be stretching through the left hip flexor now. So take an opportunity in the position that you're in to look at, does my left hip line up perfectly with my left knee? Again, try not to be in any sort of runner stretch. Too aggressive, you're not going to get that psoas muscle. So once you have the hip and knee stacked, look straight back at the left knee and ankle, make sure it lines up together. Then take your left hand and place it onto your left pelvis. With the left hand onto your left pelvis, right knee stacked on top of the right ankle. Take a nice deep inhale. Then as you exhale, just tuck your tailbone under. Feel the stretch into the front of the groin, hip, or maybe a little bit into your abdomen. Now take your nice deep inhale into your belly here. Exhaling out. One more breath. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Beautiful. Slowly lower yourself back down into tabletop position. Lower your bolster. We are not done with your bolster, but we are getting there. Bring yourself over onto your back. As you bring yourself over onto your back, make sure that you lay down through your side. Let's protect those beautiful discs of our low back while we're trying to manage and reduce our stress in our life, right? Let's take our right knee to our chest. Take a deep inhale into your belly. And as you exhale, pull that knee into your chest. Deep inhale into the belly and exhaling out. Slowly lower the right foot to the floor. Take the left knee to the chest. Nice deep inhale into the belly. As you exhale, pull that knee into your chest. Nice deep inhale into the belly here. And exhaling out. All right, so let's create some relaxation of that pelvic floor. So take your right knee to your chest to join your left. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly here. And exhaling out. Then take your ankles and your knees and bring them apart to shoulder width. Wind relieving pose. Why is it called wind relieving pose? Because the focus is to relax the pelvic floor on the inhalation. So gently bring your knees up and into the shoulder areas. Check in that your feet are not turned inward, but that your ankles line up with your knees. And in that position, lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Soften your belly, soften your jaw, soften your shoulders. Remember all the areas that were tense. Take all of your focus to your pelvic floor here. Take a slow inhale in and relax. And then as you exhale, just let the air come out and soften your belly. One more time, nice deep inhale in. And as you exhale, soften your belly. Beautiful. Slowly bring your knees back into hip distance. Take that left leg, place the foot onto the floor, and then slide that left leg all the way straight. Take that right foot and bring it on top of the left thigh. Left hand comes on top of that right knee and right hand out to the side of your body. Just a little spinal twist for our spine before we end in our final pose today. So take a deep inhale here, and then as you exhale, start to twist. As the hip rotates, the pelvis, the low back, the rib cage begin to lift. Right shoulder blade stays on the yoga mat. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, and turn your gaze towards the right. Now take a deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Unrotate your head. Start at that rib cage and start to derotate the rib cage, the low back, the pelvis, and the hip. Place the right foot on the floor. Slide the left leg up. Slide the right leg down. Place the left foot onto the right thigh. Right hand to that left knee, left hand out to the side of your body. Take a nice deep inhale here. And then as you exhale, slowly allow yourself to rotate the hip, lift the pelvis, lift the low back, lift the rib cage. Left shoulder blade stays on the floor. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Turn your gaze towards the left. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly here. And exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Unrotate the head first, then starting at that left shoulder blade, start to derotate, rib cage, low back, pelvis, and then derotate your head. All right, slide your right leg up. Slowly allow yourself to roll to your left or right side, and then use the bottom elbow, top hand, and push yourself up into a seated position. Now, we are finishing class with a beautiful pose that allows us to really relax through the psoas muscle, the pelvic floor, and some of the hip rotators. So what I want you to do, you're going to need your yoga strap or something that you can tie around your body. You're going to need your yoga block and you're going to need your yoga bolster. So I'm going to position myself on an angle so that you can see everything that I'm doing. What I would like you to do is place your yoga block at the end of your yoga mat. Again, I'm putting myself on a diagonal just so you can see everything that I'm doing. Then take your bolster and lay the end of your bolster up and over that yoga block. Once you've got yourself in that position, take your pelvis and place your sacrum. So that is the back center bone in your pelvis. Place your sacrum against the back of that bolster. Now, this is the tough part because we're doing what is called a bind in yoga. So I want to talk you through it, and hopefully I can talk you through it efficiently enough that you can, in fact, find your very own bind. So take your feet now and gently place your feet so that the bottoms of your feet are touching one another. Find your yoga strap and take your yoga strap. You either will have a cinch or a D-ring. That's the two types of yoga straps out there. Take that component of your yoga strap and bring it underneath your feet and lay the D-ring or the cinch on your yoga mat. Then grab the rest of the yoga strap and follow me. Place it up over the left ankle. Bring it around your body so that it lays up over the left hip, around your pelvis, up over your right hip. Now just connect the two ends of the strap. Various ways to do that. You can just knot them and tie them if you're not good with yoga straps. But otherwise, allow yourself to use the cinch or the D-ring. Pull the strap so that all of a sudden you can start to pull the strap and connect the lower half of your body to your pelvis. How tight you go is completely related to how tight your hip flexors are. In this position now, you should be able to feel that you can't push your legs away. You're creating nice, beautiful opening through the pelvic floor, creating a little bit of length through the rest of the muscles we're going to provide by laying ourselves down on the bolster. So take your hands to either side of the bolster, slowly begin to lower yourself back. As you lower yourself back, you should have the straps so that they're sitting right into the groin areas. In that position, you're getting nice, good rotation through the hips, nice, good opening through the hip joints, beautiful opening through the pelvic floor, beautiful opening through the chest. Now let's talk about the rest of those stress muscles, right? So just relax your shoulder blades back and down your spine. Slowly drop your elbows down and rest your palms upward onto the floor. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, turn off those sternocleidomastoid muscles. And then take your tongue and rest your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Relax those jaw muscles. Don't let yourself clench. And finally, gently close your eyes. Now, in this position, we're going to be working on some gentle, slow diaphragmatic breathing. So allow yourself to take a nice, slow, deep inhale into your belly for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath. And then as you exhale, exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax your hips, relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, relax your belly. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 2 more times. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Final time. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let your body be nice and still. Feel your pelvic floor. Let it relax a little bit more. Feel the front of your hips, front of your spine. Let them relax. Feel your hip rotators. Let them try to relax. Soften your belly. Relax your shoulders. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Rest that tongue, relax your jaw. And feel your body nice and restful. Slowly begin to move your fingers and your toes. If you're like, nope, I want to stay here, then just allow yourself to stay here. Begin to bend your elbows and do some circles with your wrists. And then when you feel like you're ready, take your hands down next and near your yoga mat and your bolster and slowly push yourself up into a seated position. Allow yourself to loosen the cinch, D-ring, or knot on your strap to let go of your feet. Once you've done so, find yourself in a nice, easy position. Undo the strap away from your body. Place your hands to the center of your heart. Place a smile on your face. Take a deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Namaste. The highest in me salutes the highest in you. Thank you for joining me today.